Today we're going to be doing the ultimate test between the old versus the new, and we're going to be testing which one of these two lenses are the best for video production. Now, it's been some time since Fuji released the 16 to 55mm f2.8, and I've been wondering, should I upgrade to the new lens? Now, Fujifilm South Africa has been kind enough to send me this lens to test out, and I also just want to mention that they only sent it to me to test out. They didn't expect a review or any of that. I wanted to test these two lenses side by side because I'm currently on the Mk1, and I was wondering, should I upgrade to the Mk2? Now, throughout this video you will see side by side comparisons of these two lenses, and just to let you know what I did, I've got two Fujifilm X-H2S's with the exact same settings. The only thing that's different is the lenses, and when they are compared side by side, these two cameras are standing right next to each other. They capture the exact same moment in time, but I have to say that the 16 to 55mm is a lens that I religiously use for my video production. It is one of the most amazing lenses in my kit, and I always use it in a shoot. And this new lens is so much lighter. Sometimes my arms get quite tired when I'm on a gimbal, but with this lens I'll be able to go much longer. And yeah, the build quality, everything feels really great. So also, this review won't delve into the technical details of this lens. I'm sure all of you guys know the technical details, but you guys are curious to see, is there actually a difference in quality? And that is exactly what I'm going to be testing today. So guys, I hope that you enjoy this video. Stay tuned till the end of the video where I will give you my final conclusions and whether I will upgrade or not. Now, according to Fuji, the autofocus is so much better on the new lens than the old lens, and also the picture quality. And so that's exactly what I'm going to be testing throughout this video. I'm going to do multiple tests. This current one is just walking towards and away from the camera to see if the focus is better or not. Now, right off the bat, you can see a massive difference in terms of warmness on the new lens, and then also the contrast of the new lens. It really looks very nice. Now, it's a known fact that when you set your camera to a high recording mode like 120p, that the autofocus just doesn't work that well. It's actually terrible and sometimes unusable. But since Fuji said that the autofocus is better on the new lens, I did want to test that out. So here I filmed at 100p 4K to see, does it make a difference? Now, both of these lenses did struggle to focus, but it's no surprise because the high-speed recording modes does struggle with autofocus. But in my opinion, the new lens autofocus was a little bit better than the old lens. On top of that, I also wanted to test the autofocus speed when I sprinted towards the camera. Now, when I did the zoom in, zoom out test, I was truly blown away. With the old lens, one of my biggest issues was that when you zoom in or out while recording, it almost looked like the exposure drops, or you know, when it trying to compensate. But with the new lens, it doesn't do it at all. It was really cool to know that they fixed that issue. And finally, the last thing that I wanted to see is when I do set the camera to auto exposure, what it does with the lens. Now, I generally won't use auto exposure, but I was just interested to see what would happen. On top of that, I also wanted to see the sharpness of the lens, so I also filmed it just standing still, and then I'll zoom in to see what the sharpness is like. Now, as you can see, there's a massive improvement when it comes to sharpness. The new lens outperforms the other one by far. On top of that, the bokeh also looks so much better on the new lens, where in the older lens, there's a lot of those onion rings that you can see in the background. So in conclusion, I really love this new 16-55mm f2.8. The image quality is phenomenal, the sharpness is great, and there's a massive improvement when it comes to the autofocus. What truly blew my mind was the zoom in, zoom out test. I constantly had problems with the older lens. When I zoom in or zoom out, sometimes when you do film, you sometimes need to just zoom in a little bit, and when you do that and the exposure drops, it just looks unprofessional. So the fact that they sorted that out in the new lens is a massive plus. On top of that, the focus ring also worked so much nicer on the new lens. I found that I didn't have to turn it that much in order to reach focus, whereas with the older lens, I had to turn it quite a bit to actually reach focus. Sometimes it's really annoying because when you have to turn, your camera also sometimes goes skew, especially when you're on handheld. And so that all makes a big difference. So guys, I hope that this review helped you to make that decision, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.